Hey guys, what's going on? We got another Enhancement Shaman PvP video. We are back again with some Beast Cleave. Myself on the Enhance, Plum on his BM Hunter, and Shook on his Holy Paladin. Still a little bit sick, so I do apologize, but we can do a full thing of arenas this time. But anyways, first matchup we're fighting is RPP, I guess. This one you can definitely tell is the first match of the day just because of how bad I play it, but our main focus is the Shadow Priest, but at the same time, since it's an assassination rogue, I'm going to be struggling to catch the priest at all times, so I'm basically going to attack the rogue, like whatever is closest to me really. The rogue is definitely a kill target, but you can definitely see that I'm not interrupting the priest as much as I should be, but also with all the rogue silences, I can't cast Wind Shear as much as I want to. But anyways, here he smoke bombs plus mark for death, so I trinket jump out so Shook can heal me up. So he goes and lay on hands me, perfect, I'm healed up. I also used my defensive a bit. I kind of pre-defensive there go, which was pretty lucky, so it did reduce a lot of damage, but I still ended up having to use both defensives just to try and stay alive. But you can see we're putting a lot of pressure. The Disc Priest is already losing a chunk of mana, and I am just being slowed to all heck. I can't do nothing. So you can see here, I'm trying to waddle over to the priest, but it's not working. So as I'm waddling, I'm hitting the rogue. Okay, he jumps away, perfect. We're just going to switch to the priest, get a huge amount of damage out on him. There's Fade and Disperse. Perfect. That's defensives out of the priest. That means he can fall over. So here we push him into kind of a weird spot. So I'm going to run up, but I also don't want to chase too far because I don't want to go behind the pillar and put myself into a bad spot. So here the rogue takes a lot of damage. There's swap. Perfect. We get a bit. I get kidney shot. I'm just going to go ahead and knock him away. The priest there goes in for a fear, but Shook had already bubbled, so he doesn't have to worry. There's a Psy Fiend. I'm going to go kill it. Psy Fiend is definitely very, very potent, and you want to take it out because it's reducing the amount of healing you receive by 50%. That's massive, especially against an Enhanced Shaman that relies on self-healing quite a bit. But yeah, rogue comes back in, but he has nothing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit him. Might as well. He has nothing. The priest also has nothing, but there's evasion. Okay. Kidneys me, knock him. He has to use a shadow step. Can't do anything. I go ahead and wall right out of the kidney shot because I need to help Shook as much as I can and start slowly waddling my way over to the priest because I want to get both of them kind of cleaved up. That way we have both targets. I get feared, so I can't really do anything here. Silenced. Absolutely not much I can do. There's cloak. Okay. Rogue has nothing now. Bopped off my mark for death. Awesome. There's a Psy Fiend up, but I can't because I'm kidney, so I go ahead and trinket, kill it. Perfect. Rogue runs away, but he's going behind a pillar. I don't really want to chase that because if I do and get kidney shot behind there, well, Shook can't quite save me, and I don't have trinket or anything to get out of that, which is a big issue. So here, we're just going to tough it out and stay in the open. And you can see here, we just get a big amount of damage onto the rogue. And he ends up falling over, thankfully, because much longer and we weren't going to make it. But the priest had 0 mana, so it was hard to say how much longer they were going to last. On to the next one here. This was a really weird one. I think they just had some serious miscommunication here or something, but rogue opens up. He's acting really weird, and you can just see him kind of flopping all over the place. I don't know. I missed my kick. As I said, this is the first match. Everything of what I'm doing is wrong. But there's Tide right away, so I go ahead and kill it. The Shaman's frozen. We get a huge amount of damage onto the Warlock, but he's not playing near his port or anything, so he can't get away from us. Like I said, it was a really weird match. I don't know what happened. But anyways, this next one, we're fighting Thunder Cleave with a Fury Warrior and Elemental Shaman. We've actually been playing this on alts, and it's kind of fun where I'm the warrior, but anyways, main focus is going to be the Shaman. I know typically I would say go with a warrior. The reason why I'm saying Shaman is because I don't want to get cleaved down with Plum. The warrior is going to sit on Plum as much as he can, and I don't want to get cleaved. There's no point. So I'm going to hit the Shaman as much as I can, and we're going to root the warrior as much as we can and just try and get as much damage as possible. There I get a nice hex onto the Paladin. perfect. He doesn't seem to have dispel, which is okay, so I'm not too worried there. So I missed kick, so I go ahead and ground, make sure I catch the hex. I do have dispel just in case, so I can get shook out of there. But yeah, so here, the warrior's on top of me. I go ahead and send a lava lash on him to increase my lash damage, or my flame shock damage. That way I'm spreading. And if I can't touch the shaman, might as well hit something I can touch, right? So I go ahead, purge off the bop, perfect. But also you can see the paladin get kind of low. This is usually where I'd swap to the paladin. I noticed that after playing quite a few games that switching to the paladin with their new build is definitely helpful with how quick enhanced bursts as well. It's very helpful because they sacrifice their life to heal up their teammate type of thing. So it's a little weird, but it's definitely good to make swaps onto the paladin as much as you can. But here we get a huge amount of damage. There's his burrow. So I tried to line up a hex, but the warrior came up and got me interrupted. So that's perfect for them. And then they're gonna hex me, so I can't do anything here. They're chasing Plum off into Narnia. Shook's kind of CC, but gets out of there, so perfect. Get my Earth Shield reapplied, and then start hitting the Shaman once again. So I get rooted here, but not much I can do about it since I don't have Spirit Walk, and I don't really want to chase too much, so I'm just gonna back up, hit the warrior for a second, get him lava lashed up, get him a flame shock, perfect, get some spread damage going. And I can see he wants me now, so it is what it is. Now I'm searing glared, but I charged in. There's not much I can do about this, so I'm just basically hitting nothing, which sucked. But here we get a big damage. There's the Ancestral Shift, or Astral Shift, and also the Fury Warrior's cooldown, which is in Rage Regen, I believe. So we're getting a huge chunk of damage here, which is perfect. And I still have my defensive, and right there, I think what happened there is we triggered the paladin's hero talent thing, like I said, and he ended up falling over. So, but like I said, it's good to make swaps on the paladin because situations like that do happen. But anyways, on to the last match. This one was really awkward, and I think everyone can agree fighting outlaw rogues is always a nightmare. I don't think anybody can say otherwise because they really are a nightmare to fight. They really do suck to fight. They're annoying as heck. But anyways, our main focus is kind of the dragon, but at the same time, never like focus too solely on one target. Reason being is more people can die than one person, right? It's harder to heal two people than it is to heal one person. So, and making swaps on defensives is perfect. So here we get a huge thing. We get time stop. So we're just going to go ahead, swap to the rogue real quick. Both of those are out of it with Frost Trap and his time stop, and you can see there, even though they came out of it, he still took a lot of damage. There's pain suppression. I can't really interrupt his disintegrate, so he's just going to free cast that on me all day, which sucks. But they're going to leave me alone here, so I'm going to go ahead, go for a hex. Okay, he interrupts me. Perfect. That means Shook has free casting. Easy enough. So here, I send a lot of damage into the rogue. Perfect. I think that was Void Swap as well. They start pushing onto Plum there, so I'm just trying to be defensive, help him out, give him Earth Shields, get a big amount of damage, force this dragon back because he's doing a lot of damage. But here we get a huge amount of damage, scaring them. They don't really have anything. There's barrier, but it doesn't really do too much for them here since we already have them completely on the back foot, which is what we want when you're fighting a rogue. If you can push a rogue onto the back foot, he's going to be terrified as much as possible. So here we get a huge amount of damage. There's cheat death. Not quite done, but there's a nice rep from Shook, and we end up getting him time stop, which I think is the Dev Evoker thing, which prevents him from getting anything, even healing and damage. So here they're going to swap to me real quick, but I'm not in really any danger. I still have Stone Bulwark as well. You can just see the rogue vanish, went for the cheap shot. Go ahead, put a root on him so he gets out of stealth. I go ahead and Stone Bulwark here because they got a lot of damage going out. There's evasion, but it's just not enough for them. But anyways, guys, that is it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're still enjoying PvP as much as possible because it has felt a bit dead lately. But hopefully that'll all change. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Laters!